So in our first 2D drawing video we looked at how to create this assembly drawing that's on the screen now. I've gone in and added a few more dimensions in, and then I've saved that, and if I go into the data panel now you'll see that that leg subassembly drawing set is actually held as a separate file. So it's linked to this leg subassembly model, but it exists as its own separate file, which is why it created that additional tab at the top of the screen in the first video. I now want to go on and create the component drawings for some of the parts of this assembly, and I can do that by clicking on the plus button down in the bottom left hand corner, which will add another sheet. So they'll gradually stack along the bottom the more sheets I generate. It's created a blank screen. I can now go in and do exactly what I did before. I'm going to click the right view. I'm going to choose 1:1 this time, and then click my base view into place. Now what you'll see when I do that is I've actually got this browser here, and I do have the opportunity to deselect things from being visible in this drawing. So I can actually untick everything other than the servo block, because I want this to be the detailed drawing of the servo block. So now I can go in and create my projected views just in the same way as we did before. So I've got my detail views there, and maybe I want to go in and add some center check marks and some center lines on things, so maybe I just want to quickly do that. And then under the dimension tool, previously I just used the smart dimension tool, which is basically it picks up and tries to guess what it is you're trying to do. If you do want to guide it more closely into what type of dimension that you're trying to generate, then you can actually specify whether it's a linear dimension or radius, for instance. So if I click on the radius dimension tool, I'm actually going to make it create the radius dimension for that boss. If I pick on the diameter dimension, for instance, it will pick up on these holes, so I might just need to zoom in a little closer on those. So that's now guiding it to the type of dimension that I want. So under the dimension option you can leave it to its own devices, or you can actually guide it to the type of dimension that you're looking for. That's something we didn't cover in the last video. So now you can see how you can gradually construct all of the component part drawings for this. Probably what I might want to do at this stage is, if you look at the title block, it says this is a leg subassembly. If I double click on that, maybe I want to change the title of that to read servo block, because this is just the servo block drawing. And I can click on OK, and that's now changed the title to servo block. You'll see we've got sheet 2 of 2. But this is basically how you can create a whole suite of drawings from that initial assembly drawing. So no need to create lots of individual drawings, create an assembly drawing, and then start to create the component drawings from that. So that's the 2D workspace. That's how you can create 2D drawings really quickly and link them, and those drawings are linked back to the model file.